Thank you so much. We want to go ahead and get started. My name is Dr. Christie with Safe Black Space. It is good to have you with us, Mr. Clark. Would you mind just introducing yourself, telling us who you are, and once you have done that, tell us what Safe Black Space means to you.
Okay. Well, my name is Stevonte Clark. I am not only the brother of Stefon Clark, I'm the CEO and founder of the I Am SAC Foundation. I'm the creator and organizer of the Legacy Weekend we do every year. I do multiple events every year. The mental health symposiums we do every year for minority communities, the Life and Legacy Awards for Stefon we do every year. Just so many great things our foundation does. But most importantly, what we do is, or what I do on a day-to-day is provide emotional and financial support for families that have been impacted by police brutality, community violence, and most recently we're doing drug-induced homicides because this fentanyl is getting out of control. And that's some of the work that I do. I do public speaking, mental health advocate. I'm also in the creation of my first book right now. My first ever book is just now being finished. So shout out to Janelle Barrow for that. But anyways, besides that, I'm being my brother's keeper. I think that's mostly what I am, is my brother's keeper. I'm bigger than an activist and all that. And I think the first question was, what does Safe Black Space mean to me?
Yes.
Well, Safe Black Space is dear to my heart because if there, unfortunately, if there was no situation that happened with my brother, there'd be no Safe Black Space. Through the unfortunate death of my brother came Safe Black Space. And for me, during my time of grieving the death of my brother, I didn't have a Safe Black Space. I didn't know those even existed. And till this day, the only Safe Black Space I know is the one spearheaded by you, Dr. Christie Higgins. So when you say Safe Black Space, what does it mean to me? It means to me legacy. It's part of the legacy of Stefon Clark. Part of the legacy of Stefon Clark is AB 392, a law that was changed to prevent Stefon Clark's. Stefon Clark College Preparatory Middle School promotes the legacy in a positive light, but now as well as a Safe Black Space, and it commemorates his life and legacy in a positive light. So when you ask me what does Safe Black Space means to me, it means Stefon Clark. It means that brothers who, go through something as tragic as what I went through, they have an outlet, they have a community, they have somewhere where they can go to that's safe. And I don't just call it Safe Black Space. I call it Safe Brave Black Space. You know what I mean? Because there's some brave things being done in there that usually people don't get the opportunity to do. And it's in a safe space, but it's a brave space as well. I love it. And that's all it is to me, is an extension of Stefon Clark on a higher level, on a higher level. It's part of his legacy. Yes, of course. So last year I had a mother's event, a legacy weekend we do every year for our mothers who've been impacted. And I didn't have no safe space for the mothers, just for the mothers. So, what was good about the organization, Safe Black Space, is that they came to where the mothers were. And we had mothers all from throughout the country, from Ohio, New York, all throughout the country. We had mothers come here to Sacramento for pretty much a retreat, a time to relax, a time to commemorate life and legacy, also time for Stefon. But they didn't have a Safe Black Space. And most of these mothers that have been impacted, lost their children nationally by police violence, are mothers that are African American, and it was very important for these mothers to have somebody who was culturally competent, who knew where they come from, who understood them, who didn't judge them, and not have them come to them, but they come to the mothers. And that's what Dr. Christie Higgins did. She came to the mothers. She didn't make it difficult for the mothers, and the mothers, a lot of the testimonials we got, they said that was the best experience of the entire event, was being able to have that Safe Black Space, being able to have that time with the mothers and that time with Dr. Christie Higgins in a more intimate setting. And I think what it does is, I always say self-care is the best form of healthcare. And what Dr. Christie did for those mothers was a form of self-care for those mothers, because they came out with something bigger, So that was one example of how Safe Black Space has come through for the life and legacy. as well as whenever we ever needed somebody to speak about the mental health issues in our community, speak about what's going on in the minority communities and mental health in minority communities. Safe Black Spaces will always show that when it comes to any of those awareness events and things that were done, and never charged us, never asked us for anything from the kindness of their heart. And that's why, we wish we could support. They need all the support they can get, but they support the legacy of Stevonte Clark in a positive light, and not just the legacy of my brother, but countless other mothers who lost their children have gotten healing through Safe Black Space. Yes, so the community at large, I've seen become more aware that these types of groups are out there. I think that the community knows now that, if there was no Safe Black Space, there will not be a Safe Black Space. And I think that's very important for the community to understand on a higher level. But I think the community knows that. And I think the work that you've done speaks for itself. Like I said, you've come out to the events to support us on our end. We see you at other events as well. And I think that the community knows, but I think the community at large doesn't want to, I guess, see this go anywhere because it's the only outlet we have for a Safe Black Space. I had to say it like that, but that's the reality of it. There is no other Safe Black Space other than what you have. And I think, when you look at the problems in the minority communities that we're having when it comes to a lot of economic justice, food justice, social justice, our mental health, so on and so forth. This is very not just necessary, but it's very vital to our way of life. I think we need it. I think we're in need of it on a higher level, because it's so important, it's so necessary. Because, like I said, without it, there is no Safe Black Space, and that's the problem. I think that is a complete problem. So, I'm grateful for you and the work that you do. I guess, keep doing the amazing work. I appreciate it. The whole Einstein Foundation appreciate it. The mothers of the movement appreciate it. Whatever we can do to support, please let me know. Whatever I can do. I know we have a mental health event coming up as well that Safe Black Space will be a part of, to talk about mental health in minority communities. But the work that you guys are doing, just keep it up. And like I said, how we can support the foundation, please keep us updated because that's the least we could do. Thank you so much.